were to line up Mount Denali next to Mount Everest, you will find out that Mount Denali is actually a larger mountain than Mount Everest. On the left here through the trees, you're going to see Auk Lake, A-U-K-E, Auk Lake. That's a freshwater lake. That sun's really coming out. We're sure. Oh, that's a good thing. It's a good thing. It will definitely be cooler on the water. So here is one piece of advice. While you're out there on the water, you will be very tempted, especially on a day like today, to take pictures of the scenery and look at it. That could be a mistake. You want to keep your eyes and your cameras on the water. The reason being, when those whales do something, it's going to be quick, and then it's gone. So you want to keep your eyes and your cameras on the water, and then when your boat turns around to come back, that's a good time to take some pictures of the scenery.
That's why I was out of breath. Well, the tide's coming in, so we'll get some this look next time.
Welcome aboard, you guys.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. In Wales, we'll slow down the boat. We'll open up the doors. You guys can go out in the bow. You can go in the stern, or you can come up top, and I'll be the guy in the glass box. So feel free to say hi to me.
Attention here just for a quick couple minutes. I promise I won't talk for too long, but just so you guys are aware of all the safety features of the vessel. To begin with, your life jackets are underneath your seats. I have life jackets for children in the back of the cabin in the closet there. This is a non-smoking vessel, so that's going to include all your vapes, e-cigs, anything legal and smokable in Alaska. Please don't smoke it on this boat. I do have 3 fire extinguishers on board. One is right behind this back row of seats here. One is in the closet with the children's life jackets, and one is upstairs with Captain Justin at his feet. Now, what do we say if somebody falls in the water?
Man overboard.
Man overboard, that's right, because women don't fall in the water. Man overboard, guys, as loud as you can. Please make sure a crew member is aware if somebody does go into the water. If that does happen, there is a life ring attached to the wheelhouse upstairs that we can pull you back in with. If something were to happen to the vessel itself, there is a life raft system also on the top deck that will deploy automatically and can get us back to land safely. If something were to happen where the whole crew just vanishes miraculously all at once, and you guys are left here on this boat by yourselves, finish your whale watch first. And then there is a VHF radio upstairs in the wheelhouse. Does anybody know what channel gets a hold of the Coast Guard? Close. So it's 16, guys. Channel 16 will get you a hold of the Coast Guard. And these guys in that big white fancy boat name, they would be more than happy to come out and rescue you. All right, now Now, a couple things about this boat in particular. Once we get out to the wildlife, we're going to open up the doors so you can explore the rest of the boat. There is a front deck, a back deck, and a top deck. You can utilize any of those. To get to the top deck is just out that back door, which is a sliding door. And around the corner, there's a staircase that goes upstairs. Guys, please, please be aware when we're walking around the boat today. All of these doorways have this little lip in front of it that you have to step over. It is a huge tripping hazard. You do not want to go face first into these stairs, guys. Also, I do have a restroom available on board. It's just out the back door and around the other corner. It is a marine head, so it's a little bit more sensitive than your regular toilets. So that just means we ask that all of your paper products, toilet paper, go into the trash can, please. If we flush a bunch of toilet paper, it clogs the whole system, and then I have to clean it. Please don't do that to you guys. It's like the worst. Alright, so besides all that, we are here to find some whales today. So we get two different kinds of whales here in Juneau. We get the orcas, otherwise known as killer whales, and then we also get humpback whales. Now, the orcas are a lot more rare to see. They can travel 200 miles in a day. So once they're in the area, they typically don't stick around very long. We're always looking, but it's kind of a lucky thing to see those guys. But I do promise we will see some humpback whales today, and these whales can get pretty big, guys. So big, they get about 60 feet in length, can weigh about 40 tons. So to put that in perspective, that is about the size of a full length bowling alley lane, and then 6 African elephants. So these guys are huge. All of our humpback whales here are Hawaiian. They're born in Hawaii. They come up here every spring and summer to feed, and then they go back down to Hawaii in the fall and winter. And that's where they're going to breed and give birth. So once they leave here, the whole time they're traveling to Hawaii, while they're in Hawaii, and while they're traveling back, they don't eat at all. They're going to lose about a third of their body weight, or about 30,000 pounds during this journey. So by the time they get back up here, they show up and they are pretty hangry, and they eat a lot. These whales feed for about 22 hours every single day. Each and every one of these whales is there a ball you can look at?
Yeah.
We'll see a lot of them today, guys, I promise. So yeah, they're getting each and every one of these whales eats about 3,000 pounds of fish every single day. So a couple things to expect while we're whale watching today. Humpbacks are mammals like us. They breathe air like we do. So they're going to come up to the surface and take a big deep breath of air and emit a huge plume of mist from their blowholes. That air exits them at around 200 miles per hour. So on a clear day like today, we can see these spouts from really far away. And that's how we find the whales out here. It's 100% visual. We are just looking for spouts. So the more eyes looking, the better. If you see a spout, shout it out. We like to use the clock system on board to communicate where we're seeing the whales. So the front of the boat is always going to be 12 o'clock. And then we have 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, all of them in between. Throughout our trip today, you're going to hear the crew shouting out clock times. So to orient yourself, just remember, the front of the boat is always 12. All right.
Did you see the clock?
Look at the tail here.
Oh.
biển thì sợ những người chạy thôi rồi.
Ôi, xem.
Come on, jump. 一起啊。
Ấy nó còn nó còn.
Three? Wow. Wow, this is awesome. Oh, 39.
Ồ.
39,
Ồ.
真係話39.
Có nhiều cô là của gia đình này. Chỉ đâu rồi họ nhiều là phải. Wow. Nhiều chuyện đó. Ồ.
o'clock.
Wow.
But notice it's not humid, it's drier heat.